All right, so check it out, y'all. Your boy Mike Rashid. Past 3 months, I've been, going back and forth with a lot of people in the red pill community, and every time I look up, it's a new video talking about Mike Rashid. So I want to address a few things. There is a lot of the points that I've made. There's really nobody that has been able to refute what I said, right? Because I talk about men holding themselves accountable and self-accountability. But this is the main thing that everyone's saying. Well, can't listen to Mike Rashid on topics of dating and things of that nature because he's a natural. He got money, he got looks, whatever, right? And here's the thing. Everyone says, yo, what about us average guys, right? And everybody know I have this notion of fuck being average, fuck average, right? And I'm not saying fuck average people. I'm saying fuck average for myself. Now check this out. I was just like you, if not worse. Those people who identify with being average, okay? I grew up poor, dirt poor, right? In a time that was extremely volatile, right? In New York City. It's called the crime wave in the 90s and the 80s, right? On top of that, growing up, I made a lot of mistakes, and I was a fugitive a good chunk of my life, my adult life. I dealt with that. I've been homeless, right? I've dealt with so much shit. It's ridiculous. But people are writing me off saying, well, he's successful. You can't listen to him. It's really bizarre because don't you want to be successful? Don't you want to find out how I navigated and got to where I'm at? I would never think that people would give me pushback or give somebody like me pushback when I've been in a situation like you. I've been places where you are. And just because things are hard, right? Let's say trying to get a better job or whatever, it's difficult. You don't have to jump over the moon in the beginning. Start small, do little things, small incremental changes every day to better your life. Now, we're talking about the topic of women because that's what all of these people are going in about. They're saying, say the red pill community is a community teaching men the nature of women. We understand women, helping men navigate through the dating, whatever they call it. They write me off saying well, he always had it made. He's always had it easy. Bull fucking shit, right? Now, certain periods of my life, I had girls, I had to deal with whatever I could get, right? I've always been a realist. I've always been a realistic person. You know what I'm saying? That dime piece over there, when I was poor, when I was struggling, you really think I'm going to embarrass myself and try to approach that woman, knowing damn well she could have a man with many things, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have nothing? No, I'm not going to do it, all right? So I always played my position, right? But I would do things to qualify myself to step my shit up, right? They be like, oh, he think it's so easy. Just step your shit up. Yup, step your fucking shit up. It takes sacrifice. It takes a lot of discipline. I have a group of friends that at one point in my life, when I was trying to really get serious with life, we used to have a ball. We used to have fun, right? We'll go out Taco Tuesday, do something on Thursday, Friday, whatever. But I had to get to a certain point to where hanging out with them was not conducive to my end goal, to me really progressing and getting out of my situation. And this is when I was just a personal trainer, right? So I had access to the girls at the gym. They liked me. I liked them. We hung out, whatever, right? But it was like a low level kind of energy, right? Because me working in the gym, training people, I made decent money for a trainer. I made good money as a personal trainer and personal trainer, but it was very limited. I couldn't just I couldn't leave for a week or 2 weeks because if I'm not there training people, I'm not making money, right? So it was levels, right? So I was the king on a very low level, you know what I'm saying? I wanted more for myself. So what did I do? How can I figure out a way to not be locked into trading my time for money, right? So I started working on supplements. Every day, I'm working more than 9 to 5. I'm working from 5 a.m. I'm probably getting home around 8 or 9, right? p.m. And every day, I was researching. I have no chemistry background, but I have Google. So every day I got my laptop and I'm researching ingredients so I can understand what goes with what. Why are these used for pre-workouts? Why is this used? Whatever. Identifying, okay, I'm gonna try this with that. Every day, every night, I'm passing out, studying, passing out with my computer on my stomach, sacrificing that little bit of free time I had at night, outside of my 9 to 5, to start my own little hustle, right? And anybody that know me around that time was around me, they can attest, like my kitchen looked like a laboratory. I'm ordering raw materials. I'm doing what I need to do to try to better my situation without just quitting my job, still working my ass off, right? So I did that, and that worked. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't stop there. I kept striving for more and more, separating myself from everybody else. And I tell people all the time, I tell the youngsters all the time that come to me for advice, I say, look, don't do what everybody's doing. Try to be where bosses are at. Try to be where people who's doing better than you are at. Analyze them, observe them. What are they doing? What are they doing with their free time? You know what I'm saying? So even when I'm starting to do good, started my first company and I'm sponsoring athletes, when we go to expos, at the expos, all the athletes are fucking partying their ass off, getting drunk, showing that they living the life on Instagram, right? But you don't see me, you don't see other CEOs, heads of companies doing that shit. We'll have a dinner meeting, whatever, some chill quality time, and then we off to bed, you know what I'm saying? Or doing something not with the crowd. Definitely not out getting fucked up, right? So I would tell my athletes, yo, do what bosses do. Don't do what the regular people are doing. Don't be where everybody's at. Don't be a common face. Don't always be there, right? Most don't listen, but that's how it is. That's fine. I'm still going to give that advice. There's a lot of cheap tricks that people can try to sell you on, right? This is a shortcut to get women, whatever. That's not the vibe. The vibe is this. People complain about women are not agreeable these days. They have masculine energy, modern women, right? But why don't we ask why? Why do women have masculine energy? Why are they not agreeable nowadays? Why are they, sometimes they say women kind of screw themselves over by trying to be independent and getting these good jobs and education and start making all this money. Then it's hard to find a man that's doing better than them, right? Or that's their equal. Why do they feel the need to do that? Why don't we look at men? First of all, men ain't taking care of their children, right? So women don't have that man in the house to have that example, right? But further than that, and men don't either, but further than that, men ain't handling their fucking responsibilities and holding it down for these women. So what choice do they have? How many of y'all, and be honest with yourself, be borrowing money from your girl or from a girl? Babe, let me get $100, I'll give it back on Monday. No, you ain't gonna give it back. We supposed to do that for them, right? At least that's how I get down in my roles. Like when I was younger, one time, I was like 20. Is this girl named Randy. I like Randy so much. I finally got a date, took her to the movies. I had my debit card. I had just enough for the movies, right? Went, didn't calculate the tax properly. I might have been 25 cents short. Nonetheless, that fucking card declined. That was humiliating. That was crushing. I was like, look, I took her home, said, I'm sorry, man, I don't know, whatever. I didn't even call her again after that. I was too embarrassed to face her. But I said, that shit will never happen to me again. So when I didn't have money and my money wasn't right, nobody saw me. Why? Because I'm doing what I got to do, working overtime or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Listen, fellas, if you feel like you don't have the money for the women that you like, work more. Take a course, take a class. There are people over these past 2 years utilizing the internet to become multimillionaires. People that I know, right? In a short period of time. The ability for you to make an extra 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 a month is there. You gotta go and dig it out, do the research and figure out how to do it. Or find somebody who's teaching you how to do this, because there's plenty of people out there. I know people myself that are really good at teaching people how to make a lot of fucking money. Little hustles like Turo or Airbnb without owning homes or cars, right? The shit's real. It's all on you. If you feel like you're not attractive enough for that girl, lose weight, get in shape. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a way to better yourself and to level yourself up, right? I believe that us as men, we should try to be somewhat of Renaissance men. You know what I'm saying? Being athletic, being intellectuals, as smart as we can get, because you can increase your ceiling of intelligence by doing things to do that. Read more, take a class, whatever. Engage in intellectual discourse. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that you can do, guys. There was a girl that I used to date in college. She was in college in Houston, and she was in law school. I used to study a bunch of more shit just to have good things to talk about her when we talked on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. These are the tactics that nobody's telling y'all. People are giving you salacious, sleazy methods of trying to get women. And no knock to my homie Fresh, but he was talking about, DMing 100 girls and X amount will respond. Fuck that. That's a waste of time, for one. And that's just sleazy. You don't want to be that. Don't be that type of person. You DMing 100 women? That's bizarre. Get in a book. Spend that time on something productive for yourself, right? And I'm not with this, like, lying and deceiving girls just to get laid. That shit is garbage, right? Now, I'm not gonna act like I'm a saint, I'm a perfect angel. I've lied many a times in my past to women, and I don't feel good about it, right? But I got to a certain point to where I've hurt so many people and hurt myself that I said, I'll never do that again. And I don't, and I won't. I keep it 100, okay? Now, yeah, I am at a level where I can have almost whoever I want, but I had to work my ass off to get to that level. I am realistic. Hell, I got a big ass house. I got multiple exotic cars. I got my shit together. You know what locks them in? It ain't got nothing to do with nothing that I got. Is this. Is this. I got conversation for that ass, right? We go there. We go all types of topics because I'm fascinated by learning. And when you're dealing with somebody with a good mind, head on their shoulders, they're into that kind of shit. Do she want to be secured? Absolutely, and I provide that. I provide security, but I also spoil her and level her up. So other females see her, they be like, damn, she's well taken care of. Yes, she is, because she deserves it. She don't ask for anything. Works her ass off herself too, and I really appreciate that. So, listen, there need to be a shift in consciousness. This is being talked about a lot, all of this dating shit, because there's people who have, relationship, everyone deals with relationships, right? And there's people with channels that are painting certain pictures that's very one-dimensional. And I think that's just dishonest and disingenuous. And I don't think these channels, these people are bad people. I think that it is what it is. We're all trying to make a living. And when you strike a certain nerve or chord and it's working, you got to ride that wave. That's what people do. People stay on that shit because it's working. All right? That's not my thing. I do other things to make money, but people got to do what they got to do to make money. So y'all got to remember that. A lot of this shit that y'all are consuming, especially Uncle Kev, like I like Uncle Kev to an extent, but to me, he's no authority in dating and relationships. And he's not the model of masculinity. Not to me, maybe to some, and that's fine. But that's not who I go to, okay? Mine was my father, for one. My spiritual father, Minister Farrakhan, my grandfather, and myself. The shit that I dealt with day to day and the experiences that I have in life. And also some of my friends who are stand-up guys, observing how they get down. I'm like, yo, that's dope. I'm going to use that, right? So you got to surround yourself with like-minded people, really good fucking people. Like my circle of friends, my core group of people are good fucking people, are exemplary people, are excellent people. And that's all I choose to be around. It's my choice. I'm the architect of my life. Like I said, life is what you make it. If you want to be doing grimy shit, slimy shit, you hang around slimy people. If you want to be a stand-up person, a stand-up guy, an honorable person, you hang around honorable people, because that will help guide you in the way that that's comfortable with your nature and your state of being. I'd rather go out and learn on the job. All right? I'd rather use my wisdom, my common sense, my discernment, and figure it out. Or I'll go to someone who's very successful in that field, right? And get wisdom from them. But I don't even do that. I use my own, whatever I figure out on my own. We all gonna make mistakes. I've had my heart broken before. We all go through it. That's part of growing up and being a young man. It's part of being a man, all right? Anyway, that's all I gotta say for right now. For my squad, Alpha Shred, new season about to start. I am now giving online training, and with the Alpha Shred people and vice versa, you're getting it all for the same price. I'm hooking my family up. All right, I got y'all. MikeRashid.com. And holla at y'all later. Peace.